Hello YouTube, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision, slowly framing, came to me while I was gaming, and the vision that was buried in my brain still remains, and it's the GameGrin Weekly News Roundup with me, Dominoid. So first up this week, we have seen more details of the latest expansion to Blizzard's wildly successful card game, Hearthstone. The new expansion, entitled Kobolds and Catacombs, will be released on the 7th of December, which is just a few days after the release of this video. The release date announced last week also gave us details of a number of new cards which will be coming to the game, as well as some legendary weapons which are being included as well. There's some new single player content coming, and of course there are 50 card packs to open on release for people who are able to pre-order the new expansion. One of the new cards revealed was Marin the Fox. Now he is already in the game and brings treasure chests into the battlefield for players to earn some strong cards. You can expect more cards and some epic loot when the expansion releases very shortly. And speaking of games getting expansions, last week saw the first anniversary of Final Fantasy 15, and Square are still hard at work producing content for what has now become one of the most successful games in the series for over a decade. The Japanese giant held a live stream with tons of new information revealed, including the announcement that content will continue to be provided well into 2018, with at least 3 more DLC episodes coming and potentially a second season pass to follow as well. Now, there is also a new piece of content coming this very month, as episode Ignis comes on the 13th of December. There were new details revealed, including the fact that the expansion will have an extra battle feature and multiple endings, although none of these will impact on the ending of the initial game itself. If the 13th, though, is too far away for you to wait, then the 12th of December sees a new patch added to the Comrades co-op expansion from last month. This new version fixes some bugs, including a rather frustrating issue that saw some players unable to level up. It's also set to bring with it a number of new quests, including some time-limited quests which involve quickly patching players together to defeat waves of enemies in a set time limit. It's also been revealed that the development team will be planning support for Final Fantasy 15 Comrades for at least another year, bringing new costumes, hairstyles, and more content as time goes on. And from a game currently being supported by Square to one that they dropped earlier this year, as there was an announcement for the latest Hitman title from IO, now running the game on their own terms as they took the IP with them when Square dropped them earlier this year. Now, do you remember the elusive targets? These were one-time only events that won't ever come back into the game, not ever, ever, ever cross our heart and hope to die. Well, they're coming back with the second elusive target, the Congressman, now available in the stealth title once more. The mission to take out the target might not be a single occurrence anymore, but you still only get one try to kill the baddie. If you fail, then no new suit for you. Anthony L. Trout will be in the game until the 11th of December, so at the time of publication, you've still got plenty of time to get yourself ready to take out this elusive, but not so elusive as he used to be, target. Now, something that wasn't so stealthy was the PlayStation Awards Japan and Asia, with Sony's glitzy annual event taking place last week, giving props to some of the biggest selling PlayStation titles in the area, as well as those which made Asian fans the most happy. The biggest winner, of course, was Minecraft in terms of sales, picking up a double platinum award for 2 million copies sold on the PlayStation 4. There were also Platinum Awards given to Grand Theft Auto V, Dragon Quest XI and Final Fantasy XV, as these three games have exceeded 1 million sales. Games with over 500,000 shipments were given a Gold Award, and this accolade was bestowed upon 11 games, including Nier Automata, FIFA 18 and 17, and also Horizon Zero Dawn, amongst others. The top 3 games played over the PlayStation Network were revealed, with Phantasy Star Online 2 topping the list, followed by Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege and FIFA 17. There were also 3 awards for indie games, with these going to Undertale, 3-on-3 Freestyle, and Mystery Gensokyo Tower of Desire Reloaded. VR games had their own category this year, with Resident Evil 7 Biohazard topping the list, and also awards going to Farpoint and Summer Lesson Alison's Snow Garden of 7 Days, all sharing the spoils. As always, there were the Players' Choice Awards, of course, and these are voted for by PlayStation 4 players themselves. Now, this list was topped this year by Battlefield 1, with Dragon Quest XI and Final Fantasy XV following behind in a list that included such titles as Nioh and Persona 5. Sticking with Sony now, there were a few new releases announced for the PSN Store. With the release of Yooka-Laylee, A Hat in Time, Snake Pass and the Crash Bandicoot remasters, 2017 has been a good year for fans of 3D platformers. One of the less hyped but still very well received remakes this year was the release of PS2 classic Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. Naughty Dog's second most successful platformer was released back in September on the PS4, and clearly it went down well with owners of that console, as it has now been announced that Jak 2, 3 and Jak X Combat Racing will all be released on the PlayStation Network as well on December the 6th. And speaking of big platform games, Playtonic's debut title, Ukulele, is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch. With the planned Wii U version of the game being canned during the game's production after the announcement of Nintendo's new console, it was inevitable that we were going to see some delays. Fans have been very vocal on Facebook and Twitter about how much they wanted to see this version released. And Playtonic have clearly been listening, as it has been finally announced that the long-awaited edition will be released on the 14th of December, with Kickstarter backers getting a download code for the game on the day of launch. Now, a physical version hasn't yet been ruled out, but it isn't on the cards just yet either, so those hoping to see what it tastes like will be sadly disappointed. And another game that is getting the portable treatment is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is getting a Chinese release on mobile devices. A trailer has now been released for the game, showing how the popular early access title has been adapted to fit the smallest screen. As well as squeezing the title down to fit in the memory of a mobile device, it has also been adjusted to fit in with the core socialist values of China. Now, we previewed the trailer on the site earlier this week, and it is absolutely crazy. So why not take a look and see how the Chinese will be viewing the game when it releases next year. And finally, after a successful return to the small screen last year, the XFiles is getting a new game for even smaller screens, just in time for Series 11 in 2018. The XFiles Deep State is a mobile title, and it is being developed by Creative Mobile and Fox Next Games. It takes the form of a puzzle adventure that features witness interrogation and difficult moral choices which will change the outcome of the story, we're told. It's set sometime in between the 9th and 10th series of the show, with appearances from fan favourite characters and storylines set to feature when it arrives in February of next year on iOS, Android and Facebook. We're not sure just yet exactly which famous characters are set to appear, but we are sure the truth is out there, so we'll let you know as soon as we find it. And that is it for another week. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. We certainly enjoyed seeing you. And if you had fun, then please do consider subscribing to our channel. We'd also love to know what you think, so please do show us your thumbs either up or down to let us know what you thought of today's video. And please leave us a comment below to give us an idea of what your favourite news story of the last 7 days was. I have been Dominoid for GameGrin.com. This has been the weekly news roundup, and I will see you soon. Until next time though, thanks for watching and game on.